On the historic morning of May 8, 2025, the Vatican became the setting for a deeply moving and symbolic moment that marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Catholic Church. Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, a 69-year-old prelate originally from Chicago, emerged as the newly elected Pope Leo XIV, becoming the first American ever chosen to sit on the chair of St. Peter. His election followed an intense conclave involving 133 cardinal electors, who gathered under the frescoed ceilings of the Sistine Chapel, the spiritual and ceremonial heart of the Catholic tradition, to discern who would shepherd the Church's 1.4 billion global faithful. After the traditional white smoke billowed from the Sistine chimney, signaling to the world that a new pope had been chosen, throngs of faithful erupted in joy in St. Peter's Square, their anticipation transformed into celebration. But while the crowds rejoiced, inside the sacred confines of the Sistine Chapel, the newly elected pontiff paused. In a moment of profound stillness, he knelt alone in silent prayer. This solitary act, captured amid the grandeur and solemnity of Michelangelo's masterpiece-filled chapel, reflected a heart steeped in humility and reverence for the divine responsibility he had just assumed. The name he chose, Leo XIV, is rich with symbolic weight. Many observers, including commentators from AP News and Vatican News, saw this choice as a deliberate nod to Pope Leo XIII, a transformative figure of the late 19th century known for his intellectual vigor and progressive social teachings, including the landmark encyclical Rerum Novarum. By adopting this name, Pope Leo XIV signaled a desire to embrace a papacy marked by reform, justice, and a deep pastoral heart. As he exited the chapel, the new Holy Father was met with applause from his fellow cardinals, a gesture of fraternal support and hope. Flanked by the solemn presence of the Swiss Guard in their traditional attire, Pope Leo XIV made his way through the ancient corridors of the Apostolic Palace, stopping at times for warm and genuine exchanges with those around him. These early moments, quiet prayers, simple waves, heartfelt smiles, painted a picture of a leader who, though elevated to the highest position in the Church, remains deeply rooted in a spirituality forged through years of missionary service. Indeed, before ascending to the papacy, Robert Francis Prevost spent decades in Peru, serving as a missionary and later in leadership roles, experiences that shaped his pastoral outlook and deepened his commitment to the poor and marginalized. His connection to Latin America, coupled with his American heritage, positions him as a bridge between cultures and continents at a time when the Church continues to globalize and grapple with diverse spiritual and social challenges. However, his rise has not been without scrutiny. Both his time in Peru and his service in Chicago have come under the spotlight due to allegations related to the Church's broader abuse crisis. While he and the dioceses involved have consistently denied any wrongdoing or mishandling, the issue remains a somber backdrop to his papacy, a reminder of the painful history that continues to demand transparency, accountability, and healing within the Church. Nevertheless, these early images of Pope Leo XIV, his humble demeanor, his prayerful solitude, and his quiet confidence, have already begun to shape perceptions of his papal style. Many within and beyond the Church are watching closely, hopeful that his leadership will blend pastoral compassion with moral courage, and that his papacy will bring not only spiritual renewal but also a deep reckoning with the past, ushering in a new era of grace, truth, and global unity. As he met an unidentified woman, possibly a Vatican staff member, and continued to greet those around him, Pope Leo XIV's first moments as pontiff set a tone of humility and faith. Join us as we explore the sacred significance of his solitary prayer, the historic election in the Sistine Chapel, and what Pope Leo XIV's leadership, rooted in his Peace Be With You All message, means for the global Church and a world seeking hope.